guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Megan, and this week Sierra and I are going to be doing a video on how much we can read in a week while we're working our full-time jobs. This video is inspired by Abigail Aslin. She is a YouTuber. She also works full-time as an accountant, and Sierra and I were inspired to do a video similar to her where we kind of just take you through our week and we'll kind of tell you guys when we're reading, how much time we have to read, and how much we're able to read, and then at the end of the week we'll kind of do a total of number of pages maybe that we do, and if we get any books finished we can do kind of quick reviews and whatnot. But as two people who enjoy reading and that's one of our hobbies, we kind of just wanted to share how and when we fit it in during the week to read as much as we do. I don't have time to read right now. I'm actually getting ready to go work out. However, once a week I do 3:30 at the gym, or at least like some form of treadmill walking, which is what I'm doing this morning. And when I do that, I like to bring a book to read, so I will be getting some reading done this morning. And I'm also not washing my hair at the gym this morning, which gives me even more time, so I might actually go to the hot tub at my gym and do a little bit more reading there, but I'm not quite sure how much I'll get done, so obviously that's what this video is for. I will record and report back to you. But just to kind of give you guys an idea of like the amount of reading I've been doing this year, because it comes and goes in waves in terms of like how much I'm reading. I've been doing pretty well to start the year. My Goodreads reading goal for the year is to read 60 books. As of right now, it is February 24th, and I have read 10 books, so I'm on track. I'm averaging 5 books a month right now. I think I could even get another book done before February is over, so this is like a pretty exceptional reading time for me. In terms of like how much I'm usually able to read, I feel like I read kind of like a page a minute usually, so we'll see if that holds true. I'm not a super fast reader, but I don't feel like I'm a super slow reader either. The current book that I'm reading is The Blood Trader. This is the 3rd book in the Prison Healer series, and I just started it yesterday. I'm on page 72 or something. So I've gotten into it a little bit, but I'm excited to see where this series goes. And I should for sure finish this by the end of the week, I'm hoping, and then maybe be able to start another book. Audiobooks, if I listened to them, I would include them in the video. However, I just am not much of an audiobook listener. That's usually because I like to listen to music and podcasts separately, so when I'm in the car or at the gym listening to something, it's usually not an audiobook, but and then I also don't usually read multiple books at one time, so it'll probably just be one book at a time. And we'll see what I can read this week. So I'm gonna get ready and finish going to the gym, and I'll update you guys when I'm there. For this week's video, we thought it'd be fun to record how much we're able to read throughout the week while working full-time jobs. We're both physical therapists and also doing like content creation and stuff on the side. We have a podcast and do YouTube as well. And reading is one of our favorite hobbies, so we try to fit in time for it wherever we can. And so this video is kind of to help identify where we find those gaps in our day to be able to read. So to kind of pinpoint like where I'm at with reading, so far this year I just finished my 7th book yesterday. Started a new book yesterday. I'm starting The Prison Healer, which is the book that I was reading this morning. I was able to read for about a half hour this morning, and I read about 17 pages or something. So sometimes I do read in the morning, sometimes I don't. Today I was able to squeeze in a little bit after I ate breakfast before I had to start getting ready. So I honestly don't know if I'll be able to read any more today because we have a pretty jam-packed afternoon and evening. Megan has a podcast, and then we have book club tonight. And book club usually goes until like 9 o'clock. And then I have to go pick my dog up because I dropped him off at my mom's house while we have book club. And I try to be asleep by 10. So we will see if I'm able to squeeze anything in, but my morning reading might be all I get done for today. We'll see. Anyway, with that, I am off to work. Surprise, I'm back home. I decided I did not feel like doing the hot tub today, so I had enough time to come back and just finish getting ready at my house. So I just rinsed off. I'm gonna try and finish the chapter that I'm on by reading as quickly as I can, and then I need to get ready for work, and then I will give you guys my update for my morning reading. Before I head off to work, it's time for my morning recap. I read for approximately 45 minutes this morning between my workout and then coming back home and doing a little bit more reading, and I read 42 pages of my book. So I will talk to you guys whenever I read next, which will probably be sometime. I have book club this evening, but I might be able to do a little bit of reading between getting home and book club starting, so we'll see. I am getting ready to settle into my second little bit of reading this evening. It's still Monday. We actually have book club that we're hosting tonight, but it's only 5:30 right now, and book club doesn't start until 7. Sierra and I actually also podcasted already, since we both got off of work early-ish. Like, I was done a little after 3 today, so that helped as well. I'm gonna try and do 45 minutes to an hour or so of reading, just continuing my book, The Blood Trader, and we'll see if I can get a little bit more done. I'm gonna show you guys, I like to set the ambiance when I'm reading. So, this is my prized little reading corner. Got my heated blanket warming up. I like to keep my lights off, and then I'll just do my lamp. And then I think I might put something, like some little ambiance on my TV on YouTube as well. This is the ambiance for this evening. Just gives like a nice little background music while I'm reading, and then also adds some light. I was able to read for about 40 minutes just now, and then I need to go finish doing some setup stuff for book club and getting our food and stuff situated. So I'm gonna call it good until I probably read before bed. But in those 40 minutes, I read 37 pages. I read 3 chapters, and I think total right now I'm at 79 pages for the day, which is pretty good. Should be able to fairly easily get to 100 pages for the day, which is like a really good reading day for me. So I'm glad we're starting off strong. It's Tuesday. I am not working out this morning, so I got up at like 6:20ish. I hit snooze on my alarm, but we're up and making breakfast, and I think that this morning I would like to try and read for like a half hour or so, and then around 7 I'd like to take Vegas on a walk since he is here all day, although he's pretty tired right now, but I think it'd be good for him, so I'm going to try and kind of shape my morning that way. On my walk, I was debating if I wanted to start our book club book, because I found out yesterday that it's available on Spotify, but I'm not super loving that idea just because I'm already reading a fantasy book, and I think it'd be really kind of confusing if I also was trying to listen to a fantasy book. We picked One Dark Window, which I'm excited about because I think we haven't really read, like the closest thing we've done for fantasy in our book club is Scythe, and that's just like not really the same kind of fantasy that I usually read. So I'm excited to see what people think about this. But I might just stick with like a podcast or music. Okay, I'm just about ready to leave for work. It's 7:40 right now, and this morning I read for a total of 35-ish minutes, about 30 pages read. I did end up reading a little bit on my walk. I literally brought my Kindle with because I was in the middle of a chapter and I really wanted to finish the chapter that I was on, both to have like a solid stopping point, and then also I'm invested in the book that I'm reading right now. So I'm gonna put Vegas in his crate, and then off to work I go. So I was just perusing Target. It's Tuesday after work, and I know that I said earlier, I think that I was like, I don't really do audiobooks, and I probably won't for this challenge, but then I was in the book section, and I saw Lights Out by, I can't remember who, and it got me thinking, maybe, just maybe, now's the time that I try out that audiobook. I feel like it's gone fairly viral on TikTok for the audiobook, and I know it's on Spotify, which I have. So I've thought, like, if I were to listen to this book, it's a dark romance, which I don't really ever read. But, like, when I listen to the audio stuff, it just sounds like the guy is super funny, and he reminds me of Joe Goldberg a little bit. So I've been intrigued to, like, if I was going to read this book, it would be on audio and not me actually reading it. And so I kind of feel like I might try giving it a go on the way home, and I'll let you know my first thoughts and if I think I'm going to keep listening to it or not. I listened to the audiobook for like 1.5 chapters. I did put it on 2 times speed because I tried 1.5 first and it's just too slow. So I did 2 times speed. I got 6% into the audiobook, which when I looked at the pages, that's roughly 20 pages, which I feel like should be more, but I don't know. I'm just kind of estimating here. And I don't know if this book is going to be for me. So I am likely going to put a pause on it for now. It's just, it's a little much, I think, but I'll keep it as an option, but I think I'm gonna go back to worrying about reading The Prison Healer. Happy Tuesday. I am in the process of editing and uploading the podcast for this week, and a lot of it's kind of like a waiting game. I already did the editing and now everything's just saving. So I figured I also have about an hour or so until my boyfriend's coming over for the evening. I'm gonna try and see how much reading I can do while this stuff is saving and before he comes over. So wish me luck. I anticipate I'm probably going to have a reading heavy evening. I don't have any plans for this evening. In the past couple weeks, like, just to kind of emphasize that, like, I do feel like I've been trending towards reading more than I maybe would have towards the end of last year, or like especially in the summertime. Like, this is going to be more reading than I do during that time, but with like the winter and just not having a lot going on, I've been trying to force myself to be mindful of getting off my phone and not just scrolling, and then also not going on like unnecessary errands to like try and prevent myself from like spending money on unnecessary things. Hence why I've really been trying to redirect that energy towards reading time. So I am going to get back into The Blood Trader. I think that right now, between this and the audiobook that I have done so far today, I'm at around 50 pages of reading. So I feel like I can get a good chunk of this book done this evening. So we'll see. I actually only read for like 2 seconds before I decided I think I'm gonna go make dinner. So I just started dinner. I'm making instant pot pasta, so it is cooking. And instead of going upstairs, at least for right now, because I still need to wait to put garlic bread in the oven because that's preheating, I am trying to do some more trip planning because I want to go somewhere and I still haven't decided where or when or any of the specifics. So I'm taking a quick break and trying to get some of this done because I was planning on doing some of this at some point this evening anyways. And then I will return to reading either in a little bit or when I'm done eating my dinner. I have finally finished all of my reading for this evening, and I'm getting ready to go to bed. I am hooked on my book, you guys. So after I finished dinner, I did come back and I basically read for another 2 hours and 20 minutes. So total pages, or sorry, for that second like bit of reading where I was mostly reading The Blood Trader, I read 126 pages just this evening for that book, which puts my total time of reading for the day, including this morning, my audiobook in the car, and then this evening, roughly around 3 hours, I'm pretty sure. And my total number of pages that I read / listened to is at 176 pages for today. So I will talk to you guys when I do some more reading. Happy Wednesday. It's bedtime right now. this is the first time I'm getting a chance to read today. It's 9:22. It was a busy day at work, and then got home, had to go on a run, and then had to pick Vegas up from daycare. I guess I did Vegas first, and then I went on my run. And then my dad had invited Megan and I over to his hot tub, so that was nice. We went to his house, had some dinner. I showered over there. That's why I'm wearing these pajamas, because I wore my like gross running clothes to his house, and I didn't bring a change of clothes. And miraculously, I still had us there. So anyway, still reading The Prison Healer. I'm gonna probably try to read till at least 10. We'll see if I end up falling asleep before or if I end up staying up a little bit later. I'm enjoying this book so far though. The main character, her name is Kiva. She is the healer at this prison called Zalandov, where they send like the worst of the worst prisoners. And she is trying to just like survive in the prison as long as she can in hopes that her family will someday come and rescue her. And we meet this new prisoner who is, I'm like assuming, going to be the main male love interest. And we just got an interesting new character that she is supposed to try to keep alive to help with her escape or survival, I guess. So I'm like 100 pages in, enjoying it. I'm honestly most looking forward to when I finish this. Megan said that this author has had some pretty good plot twists at the end of the book. So probably will maybe get to, if I'm lucky, like 150 before bed. My reading companion for the night. He's tired. It is 9:30, just about, and I've had a busy evening, and so this is the first and only time I'm getting around to doing any reading today. But I'm gonna try and read for like a half hour to 45 minutes. If I really get invested, it could go longer than that. We're working on this book still, and I'm trying to think of how many pages I have left. I want to say like 140 maybe. So I'm obviously not gonna finish it today, but possibly tomorrow maybe. I will let you guys know after my little reading session how long I read for and what the total number of pages ends up being. Alright, the total for my evening reading is 30 minutes of reading, 26 pages read, only one chapter, and I'm tired, so I'm going to go to bed, and I will probably do a little bit of reading tomorrow morning, so that'll be nice. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday morning. It's about 6:42 in the morning, and I just showered, and I'm going to be eating my breakfast, and I'm gonna squeeze in some reading at the same time. I'd like to see if I can maybe get about a half hour in or so this morning, and then I'll have to finish getting ready for the day, but I think we can make it happen. I have finished my morning reading. I think I read for probably about 35-ish minutes this morning, and I read 32 pages. I need to finish getting ready for work so I can leave. But you guys, I just ended my chapter and it was like a cliffhanger, and I just want to keep reading now. And like I literally, my mouth just dropped and now I have to go to work, so that's kind of annoying. But I will catch up with you guys. I am planning on finishing this book today, I think I have to. So that'll be exciting, and then we'll see if I want to start another book this evening or if I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. It is Thursday evening. It's about 6 o'clock, and so far this evening, Sierra and I got off of work both earlier today. We were done both a little bit after 3 o'clock, so that was perfect because we came home. We recorded our book club like recap for February, so we discussed the favorites. If you are a part of our virtual book club. Now I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want to fit reading into my evening plans, because now that I have that done, I mostly just was trying to get this book read at some point today. I was maybe wanting to book our trip that I've been talking about a little bit throughout this video. However, Sierra's not feeling the best, and she's currently napping in her bed because I think she's feeling kind of sick, so who knows if she's going to be reading at all today. But that being said, the other thing I was going to try and do is maybe do some booking of that stuff, but Sierra's probably not going to want to worry about that at this moment in time. So I'm going to hold off on that. And then for dinner, I was going to try and do the burger bowls that we've been doing, and that requires 40 minutes of baking some potatoes. So I kind of feel like, knowing that that's going to be kind of a dead spot anyways, I might start with making some dinner first and getting the potatoes in the oven, and then I'll do a little bit of a break and read my book a little bit. I have just over 50 pages left, so it really shouldn't take more than an hour of reading for me to get this done. But then I will read, then I'll go back to finishing my dinner, and then I'll probably have to go back to reading and finishing the book after dinner. I have officially finished The Blood Trader, so I'm going to give my final thoughts on it. I'm probably going to give it 4 stars, but as a whole, I loved this whole series so much, and I feel like it's going to stick with me for a while. I just loved the characters. I really wish there's a spin-off series to this. Hopefully in the future. I don't think there's any now, because I feel like I would have heard about that. But I just feel like there's so much more that could be done with this. But I really enjoyed it, and now I'm gonna have to figure out what book I'd like to read next for the rest of my evening. By the way, I need to figure out my reading amount and page numbers that I read, so give me 1 second. So I read for about an hour in total between when I started reading and then I was making dinner at some point, but I believe about an hour total, 56 pages. It is now 7:49. And I actually have an episode of a show that I would like to watch, so I'm going to do that and take a little bit of a break. But then when I go upstairs to get ready for bed, I think I actually might try to pick another book and do a little bit more reading. So I'll talk to you guys then. Alright, I'm settling in to do my final bit of reading for the day. I have opted to read A Shadow in the Ember, which is by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this has been on my TBR for quite a while. This is one of the most highly rated books that I have on my TBR on Goodreads. It's the first in a series, so I'm excited to see if I fall in love with it. I feel like I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's really well rated, but in terms of anything about the characters, to my knowledge, it's not really something that I can think of off the top of my head that's popped up on Book Talk. I have no idea who the main characters are or their names, versus some books, even if I haven't read them yet, I'll know, oh, this character's from this book. So I'm kind of going in blind, and we'll see what I think. I started reading the little blurb at the beginning of the book, and it was saying how it was set in the same universe as From Blood and Ash. So then I was wondering if I should even be reading this series to begin with, or if I'm supposed to read that series first. And this seems like something to ponder for a different time, so I almost feel like I just want to be able to read some sort of standalone book right now. So I'm gonna look through my Kindle library and see if anything sparks my attention, and then we're gonna switch gears to a different book. Alright, I am reading Heartless Hunter, which is also called The Crimson Moth. It's the first book in a series. The second one just came out. Sierra has read this already, and she's been telling me and encouraging me to read it, so I feel like I should enjoy this one. And usually I don't necessarily like reading fantasy back to back. However, I've got to admit I'm still in a fantasy mood, so I'm going to stick with it, and I'll probably only read for about a half hour because it's 9:30 at this point. But I will report back my initial thoughts, how much I read, and how many pages. Okay, this is my last check-in for today. I was basically falling asleep while I was trying to read. I read 25 minutes, 22 pages. I kind of understood what I was reading, but I was also getting tired. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow with the last day of this video, and we'll do kind of a final tally and roundup. So I'm doing my morning recap. I'm actually at the car wash before I head into work. Usually my Friday schedules are a little bit lighter, and so I decided to go in a little bit later, but I still got up kind of around my normal time. So that gave me some extra time to sit at the hot tub and do some reading. So I did 30 minutes of reading this morning. Again, I started reading The Heartless Hunter, so I'm now 50 pages into that, but I read 29 pages this morning. So, that concludes my morning reading, and we'll see what I do this afternoon. Hello. Don't even think anything about how my hair looks right now because I just threw it up. However, it would go up. I don't know how much Megan talked to you guys last night about me not feeling well, but I was not feeling well last night. So basically after, like, I got home from work, I felt fine all day at work, and then we recorded like our book club podcast episode. We got done with that around 4:30 or something, and then I was like, I don't feel very good, I'm gonna go upstairs, and I quite literally laid in bed from then until this morning at like 6:15, because then I was like feeling better a little bit, and I was like, do I go to work, do I not? I didn't ever throw up or anything, but I just didn't sleep very well, and like I had these full body aches, which are feeling better now because I took my ibuprofen. Needless to say, I took today off because I was like, I don't think I can do it. So I'm taking a nap. It's almost 10 o'clock right now. I'm feeling better, so I think I'm getting some yogurt in. It's like the first food I've had since like lunch yesterday, and I think that I'm up for trying to do some reading. This also goes to show that I did not do any reading yesterday, which is a bummer because I really thought I was gonna get like quite a bit of reading in. Anyway, that is my plan. Maybe if I continue to feel better, if I could finish the book, that'd be like crazy. Well, tis possible. Got all day since I'm not working. If you want an update on my sick day shenanigans, I'm 1 Sprite deep. I finished my oyster crackers. I honestly haven't done that much reading. I've read probably 40 pages or so. I'm on 158 right now. I am feeling a little bit better. I just feel like laying or sitting in one spot for too long is what's making me kind of uncomfortable. And so, like, after reading for a little bit, I'm like, I just need to like get up and change positions. That's been my struggle. So I may try to, hunker down and get a little bit more reading in. This is funny, I also forgot as I'm getting started, they're talking about a stomach sickness, and so I feel like I was reading that and I was like, ugh, like I don't want to read about that right now. I'm feeling fine though, so I think I'm going to push through. Okay, it is Friday evening. I've actually mostly been editing this video together, so I'm sure I will do some reading come when I'm in bed later, but it's not getting counted for the video because I am wanting to finish editing and uploading this video. So we have our total reading wrap up for the week, including minutes read and pages read. So let's go ahead and share minutes for today because it's more so on and off all day. Then I guess share your total pages read. My total pages read, I was reading while Megan was editing this, so I'm at 250 in my book right now. I've only been reading The Person Who Knows this week. I've read max 250 pages this week. I have read for 7 hours and 50 minutes this week, and I have read 438 pages. It's been an exceptional week for my reading, I feel. I feel like this week was pretty average for me. So that concludes the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you yourself are avid book people, I mentioned the virtual book club as an option. It's linked down below if you're interested. Otherwise, give us some good book recs. We love... Or if you like this type of book video, it's different than what we've done before, so we could do some. Let us know if you have any other thoughts, or if you just want us to do more of these, or something like that. Yeah. We'd be happy. Otherwise, we will see you guys, and we'll talk to you guys in our next video. Bye. Bye.